I'm going to tell you what COMPS and ARV mean and how real estate investors are using it. But first, intro. Hi everyone, I'm Lady from Lady and Jackhammer. And today I'm going to explain about two very important terms in real estate investing, which you may have already heard about, but still, COMPS and ARV. So, what is an ARV? It means after repair value, which is the market value of a rehabbed house in the area you're interested in. As a house flipper, you need to know how to determine an ARV, because this is the price you will want to sell the house for after you finish all the repairs. One important thing to understand is that ARV is not necessarily a precise number like 200k, okay? It is rather a range, for example, 200k until 210k. So, how can I determine the ARV for a particular house I want to flip? Exactly, I will analyze the COMPS, which is also called CMA. COMPS are essentially a list of sold properties around the property I want to flip that have similar features to it. Now, this is one of the ways to present COMPS. Not every house on that list will be a good comp. Hence, there's criteria we need to follow for determining the ARV. Now, pay attention. I'm gonna tell you all of these criteria now. And the criteria for comparing houses is 1. Houses that were sold in the last 6 months, and if there's only 2 or less, then check houses that were sold in the last 12 months. Something else that you need to know. Take a look at pending properties, since they soon will be your recently sold houses, and also take a look at the active properties in that area, because they are actually your competition. Now, 2. Sold houses that are no further than half a mile from the house I want to flip, and if there is no choice, then really up to a mile. What I do is I use Google My Maps and I place the address on the map around the property I'm interested in, and it gives me a good understanding of how close really these properties are. A small note about that. Even if a house on that list is close enough, but it is across a highway or a river, it is no longer a good comp. You cannot use it, because it means it is a part of a completely different area. So, don't use this comp. Before we continue, let me ask you to hit the like button, because this way I will know that my video was helpful for you, and it will give me the drive to create more helpful videos about the thing that I love the most, which is cooking. I'm joking. I'm talking about real estate, of course. 3. Sold houses that have the same features as the house I want to flip. Now, when I say features, I mean to a whole list of features to be considered. So, here it comes. Number 1. Square footage of the house. You can't compare a 1200 square foot to 2500 square foot house. It makes sense, isn't it? Usually the rule of thumb is to compare houses that are not bigger than 100 or 150 square feet. So if my house is 1500 square feet, I will preferably only look at houses that are 1400 square feet to 1600 square feet. Number 2, number of bedrooms. Compare 3 bedrooms to 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms to 4 bedrooms, etc. Number 3, which is number of bathrooms. So, a house with 1 bathroom is very different from a house with 2 bathrooms, and they will have a different sale price. I do use 1.5 bathroom as a comp for a house with 1 bedroom, but I know that this house with 1.5 bathrooms may sell for more because of the extra half bath. Number 4 is type of foundation. We usually see 3 types of foundation, okay? We see basement, slab, and crawl space. So you must pay attention to the foundation as well when you look at comps. If all the houses around have basements and the house you want to flip is on a crawl space or a slab, it will be evident in a lower sale price. Now you must be asking, well, how low? For this, you need to speak with a realtor in that area that has sold few houses and that can tell you from his experience. Number 5. Garage or a carport. Pay attention if the houses you're using for comps have garages. Is it a 1-car garage? Is it a 2-car garage? Because if your house doesn't have a garage, it will appraise for less. Okay? And again, speak to a local realtor to understand how much less. Okay? You can also try to build a garage. Just mind the costs and, if it still makes sense with your numbering and with ARV. I do want to tell you something that I will speak about it soon, about the different parts of have garage, not to have garage, being on a busy street, not being on a busy street, how it affects. But I found that the best sources of information to know how much really it affects our sale price are realtors that work in that area, that have sold flips, and that they can tell you what would be a difference for a house with a garage in this example and for a house that doesn't have a garage. Okay, number 6, school districts. Some school districts are good and will have higher house price than houses in the worst school district. Nevertheless, not always it plays a role because it also depends where exactly in the city you're flipping. So, for example, in Indianapolis, the area around downtown has the worst school system in the city, like the worst, okay? But the house prices are much, much higher than in most of the part of the city, okay? It means that I will look at different features when I'm looking to flip in areas around downtown in Indy, because it's not necessarily that families are living there, or families that need to have a good school system. Okay, hence, this feature is just less important in that case. By the way, if you're interested in more awesome information about real estate, please subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon. You can also comment and tell me about anything that you wish to know and that maybe you want me to make a video about, and if if I know about the subject, then of course I would love to donate my information. Okay, let's move on. Number 7, size of the backyard. If the house you want to flip has a smaller lot, meaning a smaller backyard than the other comps, then it might be reflected on your sale price. You can try and aim for the top ARV in that area, but bear in mind that because your house has a smaller lot and a smaller backyard, potential buyers may want to pay less. Number 8, busy road. In my market, in Indy, a house that is on a busy road typically has a lower ARV than a close-by house that is not on a busy road. And I know it for a fact, because I have sold a house in a very hot area for flipping, but my house was on a busy street. And I've sold it for almost 15K less than a similar house close by that wasn't on a busy street. But don't worry, I kind of knew it's about to happen. Number 9, siding. Different types of siding have an effect on the price of your house. Brick siding will appraise for more than vinyl siding. Oh well, you know what? I don't want to say it like in general. I know it maybe from few markets, so I don't want to say that it's like completely true to all the market there is in the United States. But it is true to the market I work in Indy, and to few other markets that I'm aware of. But it makes sense, isn't it? So when you look around at comps, pay attention to the siding the other houses have compared to your house. And since we are already talking about siding, let me tell you about the types of siding you might encounter. We have wood, vinyl, stone, hardyboard siding, aka fiber cement, and aluminium. Actually, there's more. Okay, there's more types of siding, but those are pretty popular. Number 10, finishes. This section refers to the state of the house, which is one of three. Completely rehabbed, dated but still okay, or like needs some cosmetic rehab, and needs a rehab to be lived in. When you look at the houses around the house you're interested in, if you want to be at the top of the ARV range, you will look only at the completely rehabbed houses and check the finishes that those houses have. It really comes down to layout and materials. I mean, in my market, it is very fashionable now to have an open concept kitchen and a master bedroom with a master bath. So, if the houses around have it, then I will probably remodel my kitchen to be open concept as well. If it's possible, of course, for the house. Now, material-wise, there is a difference between laminate flooring and engineered hardwood flooring. There is a difference between granite countertop and a laminate one. There is a difference between acrylic top surround and a tile top surround. So just look at the pictures of the houses you use as comps and of other flips in that area and consult with your realtor about the type of finishes that you're going to put in your house. Number 11, a pool. This is just another feature you should pay attention to when you go through comps. So I think I pretty much covered everything there is to know about comps and ARV. And if you have any more questions or something is not clear, please comment below or write an email to my email that is listed below. And in case you ask yourself, where do I get those comps from? Well, let me tell you. You can ask for comps from the realtor you work with because they have this data accessible on the MLS. Make sure to discuss, okay, with him the filters they're gonna use. So your comps would be as accurate as possible. You can also use some paid programs to pull your comps from, and there are sites like Zillow.com, Redfin.com, iComps.com that can provide you with comps as well. But you must remember, they are not as accurate as the ones on the MLS. I use those sites, yes, I do. But I always try to work with the realtor to have as much precise comps as possible. Thank you for watching this video all the way till the end. If you want to know more about the good and the bad of real estate investing, please make sure to subscribe and click the bell icon. Also, please like or comment on this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.